In PUBG gunfights, whether it be close, medium or long range, hitting your opponents in the head is very, very important. In close and medium quarters combat, the person who can land headshots will win that fight. And in long distance engagements, it's often the difference between killing someone and having them get away. The reason for this is that for most of the more powerful ranged weapons in PUBG, from assault rifle upwards, there is at least a 2 times damage multiplier on hitting someone in the head rather than the body. So it'll take half as many shots to kill someone if you hit them in the head. An example would be the M16A4. Hit someone in the chest with this gun, and if they're wearing a level 2 vest, you'll do approximately 25 damage. Hit them in the head, and if they're wearing a level 2 helmet, you'll do approximately 56 damage per bullet. In practical terms, this means that you'd have to hit them about 5 times in the body, but only 2 times in the head. A massive difference in time to kill. In fact, with the M16, that would be a 1 burst kill, virtually instant. To get good at headshots, though, is a different matter, and this has been a massive problem for me. I don't know why, but I have always aimed low. If you've watched any of my gameplay vids, you'll know that half the time I'm shooting at people's legs, let alone managing to hit their chest, and least of all, their heads. And this is a bad habit I've developed over years of playing first and third person shooters, and it's been a very difficult one to change. The technique that has worked for me and could help you to get better at headshots and overall accuracy is to practice them in games other than PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I know that I could drop into school or military base, and have done, but you simply don't get the volume of practice you need to make headshotting a muscle memory twitch ability that you can call on without having to think twice about it in the most stressful of game situations. The games I use to practice headshots for PUBG are Rainbow Six Siege and Call of Duty. In Rainbow Six Siege, I play solo terrorist hunt. I normally use Sledge and his assault rifle. I don't use the drones to scope out the targets, but what I do is go into the settings and turn off aim assist, and then I make the attachments on the assault rifles similar to the ones that you have in the assault rifles in PUBG. Now, the two games, Rainbow Six Siege and PUBG, feel remarkably similar, especially with the leaning round corners. And if you force yourself in Rainbow Six Siege to always go for headshots, it is great practice, and again will start to build in that muscle memory. Now, you're probably scoffing at the idea of using Call of Duty to practice for PUBG, but hear me out. It doesn't really matter which Call of Duty, as long as you go into the settings and again turn off aim and target assist, because we don't have that in PUBG yet. And what's great about Call of Duty, and in this case this is Black Ops 3, is that you can go into the settings and make the match headshot only, and this forces you to aim high to get better at those headshots. You'll again, like Rainbow Six Siege, want to set up some classes where the weapons are similar to those in PUBG, and then set up some local games of team deathmatch against bots. And the trick, again, is to set the bots to their easiest difficulty, but put them all on the same team, with no friendly bots to help you. These practice drills are all about repetition, blasting bots in the head with different weapons and scopes, so that when you go back to PUBG, you automatically do the same. I'd recommend practicing with a red dot type scope, and ACOG, and some sort of sniper scope as well, because the sheer number of kills you can get in just a couple of practice games of Call of Duty in the headshot only mode will start to improve your headshots in PUBG in a couple of days. So there we have it. If you want to get better at headshots in PUBG, consider solo Rainbow Six Siege terrorist hunt mode and Call of Duty local bot matches with headshot only kills enabled, because trust me, it's worked for me, and it can work for you too. Okay, that's enough from me. Put your questions and comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.
going down.